Let us create this Footwear flyer design with the Pixel app application. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always be there to notify you whenever I'm around with a good tool like this. So without talking too much, let's dive into this session of episodes. So I will first of all open a new workspace. Yeah, eradicate everything like that. And the size we are going to be using for this stew is 10,080 by 10,080 pixels. So you go to your page setup tool, you click on the page setup icon, and I say 10,080 by 10,080 pixels. So I have 1080. So you can, when you are done setting up that, you come to this side, another 1080. We have 1080 here. You click on OK, and the aspect ratio is 1:1 because this side is the same as this side, which means it's actually a square flyer. Okay, so when you are done, you just click on your OK and accept your setup like that. Now I'll just go to my page color. I'll go in for solid color, and I will use white, yeah, as my solid color because I want this area of my workspace to be black for visibility. That's why I need to go in for white. If I go in for black, this area of my page color will be black, and this area of my workspace will be white. So let me go in for black. So I will just go and import the design, so that we are going to be seeing what we are expecting as endpoint. Okay, now this is a design, and this is what we are expecting to create at the end of this tutorial. And I will make sure I drop all the resources used for this tutorial inside the description of this video so that you can go and download it and make sure you practice it. You can do something more better than this. Yeah, it's just all about creativity. So I will now go to and import this abstract background. Yeah, so I'll import it. I have something like this. Then I'll go in for 1:1 because we use 10,080 by 10,080 pixel, which is a square. I'll now go to relative site and make sure I fill in the page. Then I'll make sure I relative position to the center and send to back. Go now to my layer, close it so that when I'm designing, I will not be having any form of distraction. Okay, now I will import this white shape. I'll go to shape, sorry, not import, I'll just make sure I draw the white shape to suit my page as seen on the original design. Then after drawing it like this, if you check on the original design, see that these edges are kind of round. I will make sure I increase my radius because it's only the radius that can achieve the roundness of a shape. So after doing that, I now relative position this particular shape to the center. I will now close the shape so that when I'm designing, I will not be having any form of distraction. Good. Now let's type in this Mariano store. I'll now go to, you can see now I use the serif font. I use serif and sans serif. Now I'll just go to text. I'll take in text and type in Mariano's store. So I'll go to edit. I'll select everything. Then I already have the Mariano store saved inside my clipboard. If you don't have it, make sure you download this flyer and extract the text from it. I'll be using the serif fonts for the Mariano store. Okay, I'll be using the serif fonts, so I'll just pick a serif font and make sure I share the name of the fonts with you so that you can go in there and actually get the fonts downloaded on Google Chrome. Okay, it is all these things, they are very easy to implement, so it's not something that you should be like you are doubting yourself. Trust your work, trust your creativity, make sure you practice and become a big designer. Yeah, my course is coming up very soon, so while you are watching this video you can be keeping your small money so that you purchase my full course on smartphone graphic design. I'm also a screen printer. Yeah, I'll be going live on this channel to teach you guys screen printing. So I will go in for the Gisela Morelli. Okay, so if you don't have these fonts, you can kindly go on Chrome and type Gisela Morelli TTF font downloads, and you will have the same font from Google Chrome. Then you make sure you download it and install. Okay, Gisela Mo is it Morello? Yeah, something like that. Morelli. Okay, Gisela Morelli. Now, if you check the original design, see that I use a gradient. I will just go to color. Now I'll select gradient, and this is the gradients I use for this tutorial. Then let me just share the color code with you. So when you click on any gradient, make sure you click on this plus icon so that you have this interface. Now I go in for the first gradient style. We have 6 gradient style here. We are having 6 gradient style here. For this tutorial I use the first gradient style. Okay, the first gradient style, you have one color this way and you have the other color this way, and this is where the both color intersect. Okay, this is where the both color intersect and have that smoothness. You cannot really say that there's a barrier between this color and this color. They blend properly. Now on this is what they call stopper. On this stopper, I use two color stopper. Yeah, I use two color stopper. So now on this color stopper, you click on it to have this same color. You click on this stopper and you click on color. And you click on this icon. So whatsoever color you are having here, which is not this same exact color, you can change it and put this hex code. This is the hex code, and here comes the RGB version of this color code. So I'll just, for me to make this tutorial that it should not be long, I'll go in for the hex code, which is pretty easier. So the hex code for this color is 270844. 270844. When you set up your hex code color for this color, you make sure you click on OK and OK. Now on this other stopper, which is carrying the pink color, on this other color stopper, you click on the stopper like this and you click on color. You click on this icon, and here comes the hex code for this pink color, and this is the RGB version of this same color code of this same color, the RGB version code of this same color. So for the hex code, we are having 5F52273. What did I say? F52273. So whatsoever color code you are having here, and you want to have the exact color that I'm using for this tutorial, or that I use to achieve that simple flyer design, make sure you erase your own hex code and copy this, paste it. You have the same color that for this pink, you have the same color for this pink. So when you are done setting up your hex code, you make sure you click on OK and OK. Now your color stop for the tutorial I create, my color stopper was not here. Sorry, the design I create, my color stopper was not here, so I just need to click and drag and paste it here. This is where I placed my color stopper to achieve that design. Yeah, then make sure this other blue color stopper should be at the edge of this gradient panel. This is actually a linear gradient. Yeah, so when you are done with this gradient layout, you click on this check mark and make sure you click on OK. So after you have done, you have clicking on, you have select your you have set up your gradient color code for the text Mariano store. I think I need to add a space between. Okay, it's just the jelly show Morelli. Yeah, click on this and I'll make sure I relative position to the center. So I'm cool with this. If I'm not cool, I can scale it a bit up to make sure that it is properly aligned to the center. Okay, good job. We have the Mariano's store. Now I will just see how I can be able to create this shape. Now to create this shape, you need to come to your shape tool here. You see shape, you just need to drag and you make sure you position it, you resize it like this. Make sure you resize it. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now. For this shape, I actually used a solid color, and this is a color here. Now if you're not having this same blue, you want to have the same blue, just click on any color, then you click on this plus icon. When you click on this plus icon, since we are working with a solid color, just click on this icon and make sure you edit your hex code. Yeah, whatsoever color code is here, make sure you erase it and edit is put this one so that you have the same result that I'm having for my color. So the hex code here is 270945. When you are done setting up your hex code, you click on OK and OK. Then you make sure you select the check mark to accept that you have been able to create the shape and it is running, it is up and active. Now you come to your relative position, make sure you position it at the center. So when you are done, I can just now, yeah, I think I'm cool with this. I will now just copy the Mariano store text, and now I'll go to edit and put enhancing your inner beauty. Yeah, this is actually a footwear flyer, so enhancing, this is it here, enhancing your inner beauty. Now the font I use here is not serif. I use but a sans serif font, which is I don't know if I should try Montserrat or Helvetica. Helvetica. Let me see the Helvetica if I have it here. Okay, yeah, this is a Helvetica noun text extra bold, so I'll go in for the extra bold Helvetica. Please, if you don't have this font, just type Helvetica noun text and you type TTF font downloads. Helvetica noun text TTF font downloads. I will make sure I switch the gradient color back to solid and I'll go in for white as seen on the original design. So I'll scale it down so that it's going to fit properly on the shape. So to make sure it's at the center, I'll just need to relative position it like that. Okay, now what I'll do next is that I'll create these four different shapes. I'll just create the four different shapes. I'll create the four different shape as seen on the original design. Then I'll bring to front. I'll go to shapes. Okay, let me change the color for visibility. So let me make a duplicate and see if there's a need to increase. Okay, I'll make back a duplicate of this, then struggle and position it like this. So what I will do is that I will relative position this particular shape to the center. Make sure I also relative position this one to the center. Now the shape is not really that it's not sharp at all, so I will just give a shape radius of 14%. I'll delete this. I'll delete this, make a duplicate of it. Yeah, position it like that. Let me reduce. Okay, I think I'm cool with this. Now delete this. I'll go in for this. So I'll just make sure I relative position to the center. Make a duplicate 4 times because there are four shapes that's used to actually insert images. So these are the four shapes. Now this is what I'll do. I'll now move by 20 pixel. Yeah, 20 pixel upwards and also 20 pixel to the right. I'll select another shape, also use the same position, 20 pixel to the upward and 20 pixel to the right. I'll also click on this. I'll use position 20 pixel downwards, then I'll move it to the right. I'll click now on this position 20 pixel to the left and 20 pixel downwards. So I'm cool with this. Now this is what I will do. I will click on the first shape and move it 6 pixel downwards so that it should not be closer to this rectangle that is containing the text enhancing your inner beauty. So I'll also click on this, move it 6 pixel below. Now I'll click back on this. I'll move 6 pixel to the right, 6 pixel to the left, position 6 pixel to the right and also 6 pixel to the left. If you don't take your time in doing this, you will not have this proper alignment because this is Pixel Lab, not Photoshop. Yeah, so you now have this proper alignment. Now I'll now create this other shape that is containing specialized in sales of. So I'll go back here and do something. I'll just draw a shape. Let me just I use a gradient color. So this one behind is a solid color of pink and here is a color of which I've already shared a color code with you. So this is a solid color. Then I will make sure I have something like this. Good. Now I will increase the radius to 100. Now I'll make a duplicate, then change the this color from this pink to a gradient. Yeah, to something like this. This one is different. This one is the gradient we use for the text, and this is the gradient we are going to be using for this particular shape as seen on this original design. So let me share this the layout with you. So you click on any gradient, you click on this plus icon. You see that Now on this stopper, I see that this one is right at the right hand side, the edges of the right hand side, but you see that the pink here is kind of a dark shade of pink. Okay, yeah, so I'll just share this site color code with you. So click on this stopper and click here, click on this. Now you see the S code is different because it's a dark shade of pink. You see here I have 9F023E, 9F023E. So you click on here. Okay, now this blue here is still the same color codes we use, so let me just share it with you. So you have 270844, that's the color code, and make sure your color stopper, don't bring it here, make sure it is right at the edge of this color gradient panel. So I will accept the check mark. Now if you accept, you see that you can't but this site. Now how can you be able to place it directly on this as seen on the original design? So this is what you are going to do. You need to just relative position this at the center. You also make sure you select this and relative position. Now you go down to your layer panel, you click on this, you select the two shapes. When you are done selecting the two shapes, you come to your position, then you push the two downwards and position it on the side you want to position on your design. So I think I'm okay with this, and I'll just select this check mark. You see, now you cannot see the shape behind because they are two shape of same size, so the pink is behind this one, so that is why you cannot see it. Now I'll just click on the upper shape that is having this gradient and go to where I have rotation to actually rotate it. So I will, yeah, I think a rotation of -3 is cool for me. It's cool for me. You see that? Now I'll come back to copy this enhance your beauty text. Yeah, I'll copy it and make sure I change it to specialized in. So here I will erase this and type specialized in sales of. Then you click on here. Okay, when you are done typing, and make sure you position it here. You see everything is written in capital letters, so I'll just capitalize all the letters here and make sure I have something like this. Then I'll relative position to the center. Okay, you see this thing is all about creativity. See, it's all about creativity. So that is it. I think this shape I have over rotate it, so instead of -3 I'll go in for -2. Yeah, -2, so that we are going to have a good balance when we are placing the text on it. Now I'll go to position, I'll just push it. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. So I will make a duplicate again of this and type this sneakers jeans, specialize in sneakers. Yeah, so I have this stuff. Okay, this is it. Please, if you don't have it, I will drop the flyer inside the description of this video so that you can download the flyer and make sure you extract the necessary all the information from it while you are replicating this stuff during learning. So I'll make sure I centralize it. We have specialized in I think the line spacing is not that the best, so I'll increase my line spacing like this. Yeah, it is more readable, clean and clear. Okay, so I'll still make a duplicate of this copy, then I'll go to edit to actually insert the call to action. So I have the call to action here, then I will, yeah, drag it and make sure I use the solid color of pink as seen on the original design. Okay, yeah, then I will make sure I relative position it to the center so that it should be properly aligned. Okay, I think we are almost done with this design. Is now left just to insert these various images. Okay, so I'll start with the first image. I'll click on the image, go to shape tool, click on texture, because this is the only option where you can insert image into a shape like this. So I'll click on texture, I'll click on gallery. So take me to gallery where I have the different, okay, and this is the first stuff we use. So I'll go in, because that shape is not a square. I'll not go in for 1:1, and I also have videos that's you can watch to actually determine what aspect ratio you can use here based on the shape you are having on your pixel app application, the shape you are working. So since that shape is not a square, I'll go in for 4:3, because it's a kind of rectangle. So I'll go in for 4:3. So yeah, that is it, 4:3. I'll make sure I scale it because there was a kind of a repetition here. Now I'll go down to stroke to actually apply a stroke, and I'll go in for pink color stroke. If it is not, let me change back the pink color to, yes, this, I think I'm cool with this blue. I've already shared a color code with you. I'll now come, let me see the second image. Okay, I'll now come to this shape and also import the second image. You see that these things are very easy and simple to create, because that shape is not a square. I will not go in for aspect ratio of 1:1. I'll go in for 4:3, so that this can properly fit inside that particular rectangle shape. So you see, they want to be kind of repetition here. I'll just scale it to cover up that space, then go now to stroke and make sure I toggle it on while selecting the same color. Okay, so you see that the line, there's a shape spacing here is too close. So let me first of all insert this remaining two, then I will show you how you can be able to at least give some spacing to make sure your design is clean and clear, that and having a good proper alignment. So let me just, okay, we have this shoe here, and now select the shape, go to texture, yeah, this is the shoe. I'll go in for 4:3 because of the nature of our shape. You see, they want to be a repetition here. I'll just scale it to cover up that particular space. I'll now go to text to stroke and select this color. Now all of them, they are having a stroke width of 2. So now this is the last shape. So I'll go to, I'll select, click on the shape and go to texture. Okay, go to texture to go and import the shape. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now, so that YouTube will always be there to notify you whenever I'm around with sweet stew like this. Okay, and my course on smartphone graphic design is coming up soon. So if you are watching me right now, make sure you are saving your money, so that immediately I launch the course you'll be the first person to purchase. And for the first 20 people that are going to purchase the course, I will give them a discount. So now this there are two chopped up. I need to at least give some breathing space between the various 4 shape containing those images. Now first of all, click on this and make sure I position it. I'll give it a position of 4. Then I'll just make sure, yeah, I'll position it downwards. This again, another still a position of 4, still a position of 4. Make sure, yeah. Then now this, I'll give it, I'll move it to the left by position of 2. I'll also move this to the right by position of 2. Yeah, I'll also move this I'll move this to the right by position of 2. So I'll just click. Yeah, I think I'll now move this to the I have not applied a stroke effect on this, so that is okay. Okay, okay, so now I'll go to position. I'll move it to the left by position of 2 so that everything will be properly aligned. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always be there to notify you whenever. Please let me undo. They all have a stroke width of 2. Now you see that this one now is closer to this, which is very bad. There's not enough breathing space. So as a graphic designer, you need to know how you are arranging your items for visibility and readability. So I'll make sure I move that's by 6 pixel to the bottom. Yeah, position 6 pixel. Okay, you see how everything is now becoming readable and properly designed. Yeah, so this one I will just arrange it and make sure I position it to the center. Good job, good job. You see how this simple minimalist footwear flare design was easy to achieve with a pixel application. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, let me reduce. Make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always notify you. I think the line spacing is too much, so instead of 6, I'll give it a line spacing of 4. Yeah, a line spacing of 4. Now let us zoom. Okay, you see everything now is properly aligned. Okay, now this shape. Okay, this shape I have applied a stroke effect, but it is not showing. Okay, now I've seen the issue. Now I need to change. Okay, good job, good job. The stroke color of this shape was initially white, that is why um, I was unable to see if I've applied a stroke effect on this or not. Please make sure if you apply a stroke, if you apply a stroke effect on a particular shape, make sure you check it very well to make sure that that stroke has been applied to the shape. You see that? So let me save this as project. I'll just love to increase this again a bit, then make sure I relative position to the center. Good job, good job, good job. You see that? You see how the design is beautiful, properly aligned, well placed. Good job. So please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe now so that YouTube will always be there to notify you whenever I'm around with awesome content like this. So let us save this as a project so that you can come maybe another time if there's a changes, or if let's say you are working this stuff for a client and maybe the client come and request for a change, that should change something, maybe a number or something else. Yes, you need to save it as a project so that you can be able to like change any stuff on the design in future. So I will name it as subscribe. Please subscribe. This is just to remind that you should subscribe to this channel, and make sure you hit the subscribe now to this channel, to this channel, to this channel, so that YouTube will always notify you. Channel, okay, to this channel. Yeah, so this is the name. Please subscribe. This is just a reminder that you should subscribe to my channel. So when I'm done, let me clear everything up. Okay, so now I want now to go to the project. I'll just click on this. I want to go to the project. This is where your project in Pixel Lab are being saved. So you click on this and you see subscribe now to this channel. So you just click and you have your project. You can edit it and reformat it. So this is the end of today's tutorial. Peace out. I will see you in my next tutorial.